Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Oyinka, and if it's your first time stopping by, you darling, you're most definitely welcome. Now in today's video, I'm just going to be talking about something that has been on my mind for a little bit, right? And that is the fact that there is this notion that has been going around YouTube that black women are somehow less desirable than women of other races, and they literally flat out say it that black women are the least desirable of all the races in the world, and it makes me feel some type of way. Ever since I made that video talking about pretty privilege and reacting to the video by Stephanie, I'm going to leave that video linked up in the cards and down in the description so that if you haven't seen it and you want to check it out, you can definitely check it out. But ever since I made that video, for whatever reason, YouTube has been recommending a lot of those kind of videos to me, and these videos have been triggers for me because I'm like, what? Why do these women think so lowly of themselves? And so I just decided to come and just talk about it because I'm like, it can never be me. Do you understand? Like, it can never actually be me. So I'm just going to be talking about it in this video, and if that sounds like something that you'll be interested in, then please keep on watching. Please do well to hit that subscribe button down below to join this family and share this video with everyone who cares to watch it. So yeah, without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Ever since I made that video, YouTube has recommended a couple of those type of videos to me, and the creators are mostly black American creators, and they're for whatever reason pushing a narrative that black women are somehow less desirable than every other race in the world. And I don't understand why that is, because it makes me upset. And then they're talking about the fact that they're not benefiting from pretty privilege because they're black. I beg to differ so much, because first of all, how can you benefit from pretty privilege when you already have a defeated mindset? And if you don't know what pretty privilege is, I'm just going to say now, pretty privilege is just basically you getting through life a little bit easier than the average person because you are qualified as pretty. Now I used to call that feminine privilege because I didn't think that it was particular to any set of who. I didn't think that it was particular to the fact that you are beautiful or not. It's just a thing that happens with women, and so I just used to call it feminine privilege. But recently I have come to realize that it's actually called pretty privilege, and it is more common among prettier people, or quote and unquote prettier people, because honestly I don't know who puts these standards for who is qualified as pretty or not. Do you understand? Anyway, so yeah, I've seen a couple of videos and they're talking about how you are more likely to benefit from pretty privilege if you have more Eurocentric features. Now the girl that I saw who said this classified herself as having Eurocentric features, and I'm like, child, you don't have Eurocentric features. You have a typical West African feature. Like, if not that I knew that you were black American, I would have guessed that you were West African. So what are you talking about Eurocentric features? And they're talking about, oh, that you tend to be more attractive if you have a slimmer nose, less voluptuous lips. And I'm like, no, who even made these standards? First of all, I'm just gonna say it, and the girl was saying that you can't self-esteem your way out of colorism, out of featureism. And by featureism, I mean like your features, slimmer nose, less fuller lips, more contoured chin and all of that. You can't self-esteem your way out of that. But I really beg to differ. Listen, there's something super attractive about a woman who is confident. If you believe that you are literally the most confident person in the room, you don't need the validation of any other person. Do you understand what I mean? And your confidence is very attractive. Most people can smell insecurity and poor self-confidence from a mile away. So even if you're trying to mask it by seemingly being confident, if you aren't actually truly confident, it's obvious that you are not confident and that you're seeking validation of other people. And trust me, it's not a very attractive look. So once people can get that vibe from you, they are automatically less likely to be attracted to you or less likely to want to give you any privilege. Now the main video that I watched, the one by Stephanie, she talked about how when she would dress up and look really pretty and she would enter a room and nobody would notice her because she wasn't qualified as pretty. Listen, darling, it's not because of, it's because everybody can see you looking over your shoulder trying to look for validation. If you step into a room and you own the room, it becomes immediately apparent that you are in the room. Your presence just speaks for itself. It's not because of your race or color, it is just the way it is. And to be honest, I have a totally different video talking about how to be more feminine. And I truly believe that femininity is such a powerful tool. Like, femininity can literally get you every single privilege that you want. Now, I know for a fact that I am beautiful. In my mind, I am drop dead gorgeous. I know that I might not be the most beautiful person on the world. Heck, I know I'm not the most beautiful person on the world, but there is nothing anybody can tell me to make me believe that any other person is more pretty than I am. And that literally translates to how you portray yourself. If you have internalized that you are the most beautiful person in the world, you will literally project that into the universe, and that would literally attract what you want back to you. It all comes back down to manifestation. I know that I've made a video about manifestation, but literally internalize that you are the most beautiful person in the world. Internalize that you benefit from pretty privilege if it really is something that you want to benefit from, and trust me, you will benefit from it. Okay, you don't have to go about saying that, oh, because this person is white, this person is Hispanic, they are more attractive than I am, because trust me, it's all in your mind for the most part. Like, okay, I'm just going to say this, you are not everybody's cup of tea. No matter how beautiful you are, you're not going to be everybody's cup of tea, and that is okay. Just the same way that you have preferences, other people have preferences. So sometimes, no matter how gorgeous you look, you're just not the other person's cup of tea, and the person is not really going to bat an eyelid, because again, you are not that person's cup of tea. So that's something that you have to really come to understand and make peace with, because once you do that, you are more likely to feel more confident about yourself. Now, the reason why this thing pissed me off a lot is because I feel like if it's something that Black Americans tend to do a lot, and it just comes, I feel like it comes from a place of low self-esteem. And I'm sorry, I'm not trying to sound any type of way, but I have very rarely heard any other Black person talk about themselves this way, and I'm talking about even Black British people, Black Caribbean people. I've hardly ever heard them talk about themselves like this, or think that somebody else from another race is prettier just because they have a lighter skin tone, or just because they have more Eurocentric features. I've never heard that except for Black Americans, and it beats my imagination. Like, I really want to understand why Black Americans think that they're somewhat inferior to other races and they're somewhat less desirable to other races. I really don't get it. Even just try to look at the world today. Many people are trying to get those features that you think make you less attractive. Many white people nowadays are going for lip fillers to make their lips more voluptuous. They're having skin tan to make them look a bit darker. Like, I'm literally confused why you would think that your features are a disadvantage when your features are literally what is like in vogue right now. It is sought after. Do you understand? So why do many Black Americans think that they are at a disadvantage simply because they are Black, or that being Black is a disadvantage and it makes you less desirable? I really don't understand that narrative, and I feel like it's such a dangerous narrative to push, because again, I've seen this type of videos so much on YouTube, and I'm like, do people really think this way about themselves? Like, I get it if you think that you are not that pretty, I get it, but the fact that you think that you are less desirable simply because you are Black, I mean, it just shows that your self-esteem is really low, and that is not really a good thing to rub off on people. It doesn't come off nice. If you truly want to be more desirable, I truly and honestly feel like you can make yourself to be that girl by simply just being confident and owning your femininity, because again, femininity is such a powerful tool and you don't have to be ashamed of it. Because of this, I did a little research and I got to find that many Black women are perceived as masculine. They have this masculine energy that they release, and that is what makes them, you know, quote unquote, less desirable. So if being desirable and if benefiting from pretty privilege is something that you really want to do, then I think that you definitely have to tune down your masculine energy and just like portray more with feminine energy. If you are exhibiting more of your masculine energy as a woman, definitely men are less likely to favor you or grant you that pretty privilege that you really desire, because you are projecting a masculine energy. So I feel like I just needed to have this conversation, because I mean, I was getting sick and tired of the narrative that Black women are somehow less desirable. It was starting to piss me off a lot, because again, I know that I am Black and have traveled the world. I feel like that's a bit of an exaggeration. I haven't traveled, but I've been to enough places for me to say my skin tone has not reflected in any way, shape or form in how I am being treated in terms of my femininity and in terms of pretty privilege. Do you understand what I mean? Because again, I understand that pretty privilege is really just feminine privilege. If you are a woman and you know how to milk that feminine privilege, you will do great and you will truly and truly be happy because you have found that sweet spot. So if I don't like white women, there's really nothing that she would do that would trip me, as opposed to if I liked her. Do you understand? So again, I don't believe that it's a function of your race. I truly believe that it's a function of if you are that person's cup of tea, and secondly, how you carry yourself. Because trust me, confidence is like literally one of the sexiest things in this world. So yeah, those are my 2 cents on this really. And if you don't agree with me, that is completely fine. Honestly, it is completely fine. But I just wanted to put out some form of positive energy into these YouTube streets, because child, I was tired of seeing the narrative that black women are less attractive. I am black, I am proudly black, right? I am a black African woman, and I have never felt for any single day that I am less attractive simply because I am black. Great, so thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up if you enjoyed, and hit that subscribe button down below to join this family. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye guys.